All right, what's up everybody? No need for a long intro for this one. We're just gonna be making some sounds with the Arturia Microfreak. So doing some synthesis. This is a new synthesizer for me and I am just over the moon. I love this thing so much. It's so easy to just make sounds and start throwing parameters around and start getting some really usable stuff. The sequencer is amazing. The sounds are very usable, and it's a very easy synth to make stuff on, and good for beginners. So I'm going to do a series of these, with different synths, but also with the Microfreak. So anyway, if you like it, give me a like and a subscribe. And also wanted to remind you about Dance Diamond Mastering. It is my mastering company that I do. So if you need a mix or a master worked on for your next album, shoot me a message. The link is in the description below. So anyway, enjoy, and let's get to synthesizing. All right, let's start fresh. Go to init bass patch. Cool. All right, let's see where to start. A lot of times I like to start with the sequencer and actually get like a sequence going, and then just let it run, and then I can do the synthesis stuff with the rest of the features on here, and I don't have to keep holding down the key. So let's see. We are on sequence A. One thing I like to do is I like to step through adding various different keys while shifting octaves, and then also adding rests here. What I'll do here is, I did the shift sequence, and we're in the sequence mode. Start off on a lower octave. I can hit record here, and we are going to be in record mode. So I'll just start entering notes. Rest. Rest. Down an octave. Rest. Down an octave. Rest, rest. Rest. There we go. So that was a 16-bar one. Okay, so I don't like some of those notes. So now that we've got that recorded, we can go into record mode here. And now that we're in record mode without it playing, we can just step through, and it'll play step by step, and then it'll let us change it. Oh, nope, I am changing the rate. That's the wrong one. There we go. There we go. I like that. Let's hear it. Nice. Add a little swing. Change the time division to 1/8. What does 1/4 sound like? Let's keep it on 1/4 just for while we're doing the synthesis part. So now I'm going to go to the type of oscillator here. That's kind of cool. It's not bad. I kind of like that, but I want something a little bit more exciting. I'm not convinced a wavetable is the right one. Virtual analog. Let's do virtual analog. All right. Let's set our envelope, and I'm gonna bring the cutoff down. Turn the filter amount up. That's just a classic trick, and I love how easy that is on the Microfreak. You just turn the cutoff down and turn the filter amount up, and it's automatically linked to the envelope. And so it gives it that nice kind of, oh, I don't know, techno-y, type of vibe. You can hear the difference with the filter opening and closing. So that's without it. That's with it. Let's set our cycling envelope. I'm gonna make that, let's add a little bit of drift. Actually, let's see what it sounds like with the pitch. So, scrolled over here to the first dot, click in. Woo. Woo. Okay, let's do, that's interesting. Let's maybe switch it. Hold this down, clear it. Okay, there we go. Let's try, actually, let's add just a little bit of that, like 2%. 0.2%. And that'll just give it a nice little bit of drift. Like a old school synth. What happens if we, let's send our LFO to the wave. Whoa. That's cool. That's on a 1 bar pattern for the LFO. That's kind of cool. There's half, quarter, 1/8. Sixteenth, 32nd, 8 bar. 4 bar. Let's do that and turn it down. Well, it's affecting the pitch a little bit too much. Let's clear it out of the wave and let's bring it over to the timbre. Try that. Whoa. That's crazy. A little bit of hard sync there. Yeah, I like that. Let's also also send it to, let's see. What else could we send the LFO to? Maybe the attack. Let's do, okay, so I'm gonna send it here to assign 1. Nice. That sounds fat. Maybe dial it back a little bit. Nice. A little bit of decay, get rid of the sustain. Let's mess with the release. Nice. Keep that one in mind for later when we want to throw it into a song, and we can do like a live play of this while it's recording back. It'll sound good. Let's assign the. Let's try assigning the LFO also to assign 2. Hold this down, and let's change the cutoff. Let's do the resonance. Let's do the resonance. Woo. We can dial that back. A little bit's all right. Nice. Maybe about like 70. 70 sounds good. All right, let's hear what that sounds like a little bit faster. Turn it back up. Nice. All right, let's just save that. Give it a name. Save. Preset saved. All right, let's make a new one. Let's go to init patch. And let's do, let's turn our delay down. And this time, I don't know, I like to change things up, right? So I don't get stuck in a rut. So this time I'm gonna choose a wave type first. To operator FM. I like the sound of that. Cool. And let's see. Okay, so I just gave it some decay and some sustain so that we get a nice, long, drawn-out bass note. Let's do our cutoff filter trick here. Turn the low-pass filter down all the way. Turn the filter mount up. Cool. Let's give it a little resonance. So gives something for the ear to follow. And let's see, cycling envelope. Kind of always searching for different uses for what to use the cycling envelope for. Something just right out of the shot here is my Poly Evolver, and it has an envelope 3, which is basically just a second envelope for you to use for modulation or whatever. And that's pretty much what the cycling envelope is. I think that it essentially, because it's called a cycling envelope because it's set up to go into this pattern. And now as I'm saying this, I'm just now realizing that the shift function of these two knobs are shape and shape, and I've never actually used those. So let's see what happens. Oh, okay, nice. So we can get some real kind of like, the reason why I like this thing so much is because it is kind of the closest thing to serum that you can get in a synthesizer. And you can, I went to my girlfriend's house this last weekend, and this thing is so small, it's smaller than my laptop, so I just threw it in my bag and took it with me. And you can power it off like a USB power bank. You can plug in just iPod, whatever, headphones, and you can just make sounds. And it's really, really good. Like if you are looking to get into synthesis, I can't recommend this enough. I mean, this is the synth to just sit in bed and tweak and get familiar with. And a lot of these properties and functions on this Microfreak are just as powerful as some of the bigger synths that you can get. A little bit more limited, but still, I've gotten more usable sounds out of this Microfreak that I'll be using in songs than a lot of much more expensive synths that I've got. And the sequencer is phenomenal. So yeah, highly recommended. All right, so a little bit of a side there. So let's, all right, so back to this. Let's see, shape. So that's one side of the shape, and that's the other side. So we can make it like a dome thing here, or we can make it like a harsh peak. So let's see what that harsh peak sounds like. Let's set maybe the cycling envelope to let's just try it on the pitch. I'm always looking for ways to adjust pitch, and it keeps the ear interested. But more than like subtle ways. The subtle trick is to add like a LFO to a slow warble and attach it to the pitch just with a tiny amount. And that gives it kind of like an analog vibe, like a drift, if you will. But I want to do some more like extreme things. So let's make the cycling envelope go to the pitch here. All right. Oh. That's wild. Woo. That's wild. All right, so let's make that same cycling envelope mess with some of these wave, timbre, and shape functions. I think we'll get some even crazier results if we keep that one we just did and add some of those. So let's go up here. I'm trying to keep my arm out of the way of this thing. It's an arm, makes a better door than a window. All right, let's do wave. See what that sounds like. I'm gonna turn it up. Woo! Nice. Let's, I like that, but let's take that out and let's see what this timbre sounds like. So I cleared that out. Let's turn the timbre up. Wild. Okay, let's leave that. I mean, they sound basically very similar. Now let's do some more wild things. Let's do the LFO to the pitch. Maybe this is where we'll get more of the, like a controlled, like pitch rise and fall. Let's do a half note. Woo. Wow. Crazy. Let's change the shape of the LFO, see what happens there. Wow. I think I like it just better with the sine wave. This is like a, you know, sometimes you set out to make a bass and you end up with a cool effect. I can make basses anytime. So, you know, it's actually kind of nice to just make an effect. You know, this would be a really cool one for like a, it's like an effect percussion type of thing. It would be nice to have some random. I'd like some random somewhere in here. These are nice and they're random, but it's only for the notes and the gates of the sequencer. But yeah, I don't know. We'll save that. Sound effects and name it Squibble. How about that? Because it sounds like a squibble. All right, let's do one more. Maybe we'll stick to like 3. I want to do a bunch of these, right? Because I don't know. The idea is that you can watch how I create sounds, and hopefully it will be helpful for you all, because you know this one was caked for me. I was able to pick this up and just start getting crazy with it. And I think for most people, even if you're a beginner, this one shouldn't intimidate you, right? It's pretty safe. You can just go nuts and just start twisting knobs and seeing what you get. The mod matrix is very easily laid out. But I am, you know, very comfortable with synthesis, and so made it even easier for myself. And that's why I like it, because sometimes I just want to make sounds. You know, I don't want to have to get distracted with like, oh, well, this, you know, I routed this here and it didn't do anything. You know, it's like this one's pretty straightforward. They make it kind of idiot proof. Okay, so let's make another init patch, and this time I want to do a sequence with a bunch of ties. I'm gonna make it a long sequence. We'll make the notes longer, and so they'll have more time to ring out. And the idea is here is to get like a pad or like a melody or something, and maybe we can like mess with some of the chords. I think that might be a cool one. So let's go into utility here, go to preset, swing down to sequence length, dial that all the way up to 64. Get a nice long sequence. Okay, so I'm terrible at math, but I'm gonna have to count out. It's probably not gonna be right, but I'm gonna try to count between, you know, 4, 6, 8 notes and ties and that sort of thing. And kind of just, you know, the beauty of this sequencer is you can't see anything. And so you just start adding stuff, and what you get is sometimes better than what you were trying to do. And that is what I love. I love happy accidents. This thing is a happy accident machine. So, all right, we got the 64-step sequence laid out. Let's go into sequencer mode, and we're on sequence A, and let's go into, well, let's get our envelope set up here. That's good. And let's just do the filter trick just because I'm a sucker for it. Cool. Okay, so nice long plucks there, or whatever you want to call them. So now let's enter the record mode. Let's start off low. Let's start off low. Maybe 2 is too low, 2 octaves. I'm gonna stick to the, let's do the black keys this time. So let's switch it up. The 1 note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up an octave. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down an octave. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Up an octave. 1, 2, 3, and that's the end. Whew, okay, let's see what that sounds like. Adjust the rate here. Sorry, time division. It's 1/8. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like it. All right. Let's add a little bit of random. So I hold the dice, and then turn the spice up. That'll stay there. Cool. Okay, so now let's use the cycling envelope. Do a slow cycling envelope again for, let's try the pitch, or the wave, or the timbre, whatever you want to call it. Cool. So this time I just did the simple trick of giving it like a 2% pitch drift with the cycling envelope, and it just kind of makes it feel more like analog-y and alive. So now let's swing it over to the wave, cycling envelope to the wave, and let's hear what that sounds like. do a random amount. So like, you know, whatever, 37, 36. Go back over to add some to the timbre. Do a negative amount. I'm not hearing much. Positive. Okay. So I just, you know, 57-ish. You know, I haven't even selected the oscillator type here. So we've got all this going on, and now we can get some really cool effects or, you know, dramatic differences by switching the oscillator type while the cycling envelope is changing the wave and the timbre. So let's go ahead and play that and cycle through some of these. Ooh. That's cool. Not the one I'm looking for, though. That's all right. Harmonic. That's kind of cool. It has like an Asian element to it. This is the what is this one called? This is the carpless string, I guess, or something like that. This is the one, the oscillator type that's meant for creating realistic kind of like mallet sounds. So this would be a good one, and that's kind of why it sounds, you know, maybe like ethnic or something, because it sounds like a mallet. And with these long drawn out notes, you know, we can add some delay to it. Now let's make the, I want to hear some long-term changes. We've got those kind of like little things going on, so let's use the LFO, since we haven't used it yet. And let's make that adjust the cutoff. And the cutoff's already down, so this is gonna, you know, be, I want to do long changes. So let's set the rate to, you know, maybe 2 bar, 2/1. It's about 30, 33. What's it sound like? I always go extreme and then hear what it's doing and then dial it back. Okay, so that's more extreme. Which is cool too. Speed it up. That's how you get that like dubstep-y type of filter modulation wobble. But again, we're going for long changes here. So 2/1, 4/1. So 4 bar. I think that might be too much. I think 2 is probably good. But again, we're going to dial the amount back of that. So I want it closing. I want it adjusting the cutoff, but not so much that it disappears, you know? So maybe like 27. That's probably fine. And let's use that same LFO to change some other things. Have it also drifting the pitch, just a touch. Like this is 0.2. This is what it sounds like. I mean, it gets real warbly if you go too much. But yeah, again, just 0.2, just to make it sound a little bit more alive and realistic. And maybe the resonance. So let's assign, go over to assign 1 and make it modulate the resonance. Click into that. Let's go extreme. Nice. It's a little obnoxious though, so let's dial it back. So it's at 20. I like that. Yeah, it's not crazy. Let's adjust the glide a little bit. And if we adjust it too much, it gets crazy, but just a little bit might make it sound like it's you know, being played from a actual instrument or something, you know, like it's guitar strings. Cool. I will save you the pain of me saving this as a preset, but that was number 3, and I'm pretty stoked on it. So we got 3, you know, good sounds. We got like a bass sound, an effects sound, and this kind of like ethnic mallet guitar string sounding thing. So anyway, hope this has been helpful, and thanks for tuning in. There'll be more of these, so if you like it, give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.